Did the Cowboys just flip the script on their entire offseason? A sudden shakeup has fans stunned, and it's not the kind of move anyone predicted. Some are calling it bold and long overdue. Others are wondering if this creates more questions than answers. Why did Dallas decide to make such a dramatic change right now? Was this about performance, culture, cap space, or something happening behind closed doors? One key detail about this shakeup hasn't gotten enough attention, and it could reveal the real strategy at play. If this is step one, something even bigger might be coming. If you thought this offseason was going to be quiet for the Dallas Cowboys, think again, because what just happened has completely flipped the script, and fans all across Cowboys Nation are still trying to process it. This is not a minor tweak. This is not a depth chart adjustment. This is a full-blown statement move from one of the most talked about franchises in sports, and it could change the entire direction of this team heading into the new season. The Dallas Cowboys have officially made a massive off-season shakeup, and whether you love it or hate it, you cannot ignore it. From the front office to the locker room, this move sends a clear message: standing still is no longer an option. After another season that ended short of expectations, the pressure was mounting. The fan base was restless. The critics were loud. And now, the Cowboys have answered in a way that nobody saw coming. Let's be real for a second. When you wear the star, expectations are different. This isn't just any franchise. This is the Dallas Cowboys. Every decision is magnified. Every rumor turns into a headline. And when a major off-season shakeup drops, it doesn't just ripple through Texas, it shakes the entire NFL landscape. Sources close to the organization indicate that this move has been in the works for weeks, maybe even months. Behind closed doors, leadership evaluated everything: coaching philosophy, player performance, locker room chemistry, salary cap flexibility, and long-term direction. And the conclusion? Something big had to change. Fans have been debating nonstop about what the Cowboys needed most. Some wanted a bold trade. Others demanded coaching changes. Many questioned whether the offensive identity needed a total reset. And now, the front office has made a decision that touches multiple layers of this roster and organization. At the heart of this shakeup is a clear desire to maximize the prime years of quarterback Dak Prescott. The Cowboys understand that windows in the NFL don't stay open forever. Prescott has shown flashes of elite play, but consistency in big moments has been the lingering question. By restructuring key contracts, exploring aggressive roster moves, and signaling a shift in philosophy, the Cowboys are telling the league they are not content with almost. This move also sends a strong message to the rest of the NFC East. The division featuring the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, and the Washington Commanders is always competitive, and every edge matters. The Cowboys clearly believe they just gained one. Let's talk about what this means strategically. For years, critics have said Dallas played it too safe, too conservative in free agency, too hesitant in blockbuster trades, too loyal to underperforming systems. This off-season shakeup feels different. It feels bold. It feels aggressive. And most importantly, it feels urgent. The locker room reaction is reportedly mixed but energized. Veteran leaders understand what this means. Complacency is gone. Accountability is rising. Younger players see opportunity. When a franchise makes a move this significant, it resets the tone of the entire building. And you can't ignore the financial side. The Cowboys are one of the most valuable sports franchises in the world. Under the ownership of Jerry Jones, headlines are nothing new. But this isn't just about headlines. This is about chasing a Super Bowl in a league where margins are razor thin. Think about the timing. The off-season is where championships are quietly built. Roster construction, scheme adjustments, culture shifts. Teams that hesitate often regret it in December. The Cowboys are betting that being proactive now will pay off when the games matter most. The fan reaction has been wild. Social media exploded within minutes of the news breaking. Some fans are celebrating, calling it the exact kind of bold leadership they've been begging for. Others are cautious, pointing to past off-season hype that didn't translate into postseason success. And then there are those who simply can't believe the organization actually pulled the trigger. But here's what makes this different. This doesn't feel like a cosmetic change. This feels foundational. It suggests the Cowboys are willing to challenge their own identity. And that's not easy for a franchise with such a rich history. Let's remember the legacy. The Dallas Cowboys have 5 Super Bowl championships. The standard is not making the playoffs. The standard is lifting the Lombardi Trophy. And in recent years, that standard hasn't been met. Regular season success has been followed by postseason heartbreak. At some point, something has to give. This off-season shakeup could be that turning point. One of the most intriguing aspects of this move is how it aligns with the team's long-term vision. Are the Cowboys building around speed and explosiveness? Are they doubling down on defensive dominance? Are they reshaping the offensive playbook to be more aggressive vertically? Every major organizational shift carries clues about the future. Insiders believe this move will unlock new creativity on offense while reinforcing a defense that has already shown flashes of elite potential. The balance between both sides of the ball has been a constant talking point. When Dallas is at its best, it's complementary football offense striking early, defense forcing turnovers, momentum snowballing. But consistency is the key word. And that's what this shakeup is really about. Consistency in preparation. Consistency in execution. Consistency in January. You don't make a move this big unless you believe the current formula isn't enough. And clearly, the Cowboys believe more is required. There's also the psychological impact. The rest of the league just got a reminder that Dallas isn't asleep. Front offices around the NFL are watching closely. Coaches are studying. Rivals are adjusting their own plans. Because when a high-profile franchise shifts direction, it affects the competitive ecosystem. Let's talk about expectations heading into next season. They just skyrocketed. There's no hiding now. No easing into the year. The Cowboys have drawn a line in the sand. This is about contending immediately. Dak Prescott's leadership will be under a microscope. The coaching staff will be analyzed weekly. The defense will be expected to dominate. And the margin for excuses just got smaller. But sometimes pressure creates diamonds. If this move galvanizes the locker room, if it sharpens focus, if it aligns everyone toward one mission, it could be the catalyst fans have been waiting for. And here's the fascinating part: this might not be the final move. When organizations start reshaping aggressively, it often comes in waves. Today's shakeup could lead to tomorrow's trade. Today's decision could open cap space for another splash signing. The domino effect is real. Imagine the message sent if the Cowboys follow this up with another major addition. Momentum builds quickly in the off-season narrative. Confidence becomes contagious. Of course, there are risks. Every bold decision carries them. Chemistry could be disrupted. Expectations could outpace reality. Injuries could derail plans. The NFL is unpredictable. But playing it safe carries risks too, the risk of stagnation. And stagnation is something the Cowboys clearly refuse to accept. What stands out most is the urgency. There's a sense that the organization understands time is precious. Core players are in their prime now. Windows close fast in this league. Waiting another year to make necessary adjustments might have meant missing the opportunity entirely. This shakeup says they're done waiting. Fans have long demanded accountability and ambition. They wanted to see a front office willing to take swings instead of settling for singles. Well, this looks like a swing for the fences. Now the question becomes execution. Because off-season wins mean nothing without post-season results. But if you're a Cowboys fan, you have to admit this is exciting. Uncertainty is better than predictability when predictability hasn't delivered championships. The atmosphere heading into training camp will be electric. Every snap will feel more important. Every preseason drive will be dissected. Every press conference will carry extra weight. And when week 1 arrives, the spotlight will be blinding. That's life when you wear the star. This off-season shakeup isn't just a roster move. It's a declaration. It's the Cowboys saying they believe they are closer than critics think and they're willing to do whatever it takes to close that final gap. Whether this decision becomes a masterstroke or a cautionary tale will be determined on the field. But one thing is certain, the Dallas Cowboys have made sure the entire NFL world is watching. And if you thought Cowboys football was dramatic before, just wait until the season unfolds. Because this isn't business as usual in Dallas anymore. This is a franchise pushing its chips to the center of the table. And fans truly can't believe it.